I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting the ick. Like, it's only been 24 hours and Shaq is moving like, yeah, like it's been 3 months. Like, I look at her and I'm just in love. Like, my feelings are great. I don't, relax. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Another day. Another Love Island review. As you guys know, we are on episode 2. So as I usually and I always say, number 1, if you haven't yet subscribed, what exactly are you waiting for? Be sure to subscribe so you do not miss out on any more of our daily reviews and our updates. And number 2, please to get cozy and comfy for horror dinner and your snacks. And let us get into this review. Okie dokie. So let's start off with Tom. As you guys know, in yesterday's episode, Tom was the latest bombshell to enter the villa. He reminds me of Jake. And I know I'm not bugging. Do you remember Jake from, I believe, 2 seasons ago? That was the Kaz and Tyler season. Yeah, Tom looks a lot like Jake, but definitely a taller version. As we do know, he is 6'5", which is a good height. We won't lie, right? We love a tall guy. Yeah, we definitely love a tall guy. Anyway, as you guys know, he entered the villa and he was talking to the girls, letting them know that he is a footballer and he plays semi-pro. No surprise there, because it seems like every single year there seems to be a footballer that is one of the contestants. So the casting for every season is very interesting. But the guys, of course, were triggered. Harris was like, oh, like, why did you go and talk to the girls? Like, you should have come over here. And I think Ron was literally just like, babe, relax. If I'm a guy, I'm not coming to check for the guys. I'm clearly coming to check for the girls. I did tweet and I did write down as well that I was cringing just to, okay, just a tad, only because the girls seemed really in, or when they were speaking to him, like you can see them getting giddy and like proper leaning in because they really wanted to speak to him. But that was just me, okay? I get cringed at very easily. And we're also going to speak about a lot more cringe-worthy moments that took place in today's episode, because I'm sure you also saw what I saw as well. Let's move on to Tom, of course, talking to the guys, just letting them know what his type is and the type of person that he likes. He did let them know that he does like blondes. So Ding Ding Lana, as you guys know, is coupled up with Ron. At first glance, just with his feedback, you can defo tell and also notice that Lana, I guess, is one of his types. We're going to move on to the games. I said this last year, I'm not too fond of the Love Island games. That's just me personally. I don't know if I care about them too much, which is why I don't really delve too deep into the games itself. But I guess some things that took place was Snog Your Favorite Islander, which I hate the word snog as well. It just sounds very like piggy. I don't know if I'm the only one that gets snog, like just, yeah. Anyway, having a dance off, Will and Tanya were dancing. I did also tweet this as well, that I think Tanya was a beautiful girl. Okay, guys, I said this yesterday, I'm going to say it again. But I do fear that she's going to make her bunda her personality trait. And I get it. Her bum is amazing, okay? Body is definitely set good. But, like, yeah, just, yeah, I don't know. She said it as well. She just said, you know, it's all about the bunda. It's not, okay, it isn't. But I do think she's a gorgeous girl. I just do not want her to make her body her personality. Tanya and Kai kissed. We're going to get into that very soon as well. Lana definitely went down to twerk and her skirt split. So that was very interesting. Olivia, of course, kissing Tom. And also, this was the most awkward one for me. Shaq had to stand in front of Tanya and basically just moan. Very capital A. I was about to say capital T. Capital A, extremely awkward. So let's move on to Shaq and Tanya going for a talk. Guys. You know, I just said that there's going to be a lot of cringeworthy moments that we did see in that review. I mean, in the video. Guys, Shaq was giving me the ick throughout this entire episode. God, Shaq was giving me the ick, and he's not even my man. Let's make that make sense. But Shaq ended up pulling Tanya for a chat because he wanted to basically find out if he can also get a kiss as well, because of course Tanya and Kai ended up kissing in the challenge. Ick number 1. Why are you asking the girl for it? I don't know, guys, I don't know. Shaq was cringing me out, but Tanya kindly said not today, that she's not going to give it to him so easily, and he also has to work for it. So she ended up giving him a hug instead. But yeah, long story short is Shaq doesn't have any game, and that was embarrassing for me to watch. I don't know if it was just me. If it was embarrassing for you, let me know. But for me, That was extremely embarrassing. Let's move on to the following one. But before we do, let's give a shout out to ITV, okay? Because they was playing Era Star. And yesterday, as you guys know as well, they were playing Shackles by Mary Mary. So it's given diversity. You know what I mean? It's given inclusion and diversity. We love to see it. So let's move on to the following morning. As always, the girls were having a chat and the boys are also having a chat just to see how things are. Olivia was telling the girls that she did sleep on the fact that Will and her potentially just have to remain friends. To be honest, this is no surprise, okay? The second Olivia was with Will already, we already knew nothing was going to spice up there. I did already say this yesterday, and a lot of people have also agreed that Will is most certainly the Hugo 2.0 / Dr. Alex of the season. And I feel like there's just everyone like this in every season, if I'm going to be honest with you. There's just that, that guy. Just that guy. Let's move on as well to, I guess, Ron and Lana. Ron was saying, of course, that Lana is his top person. I really like Ron. I said this yesterday, but I do think he is a very handsome Oyibo lad. So I do definitely stand Ron. I think he's a nice guy. And you can definitely tell as the episode does go on as well, that he is very interested in Lana. I think they suit. I know it's early days, you know what I mean? I know it's early days, but I do think they suit. And I would like to see them together. But am I just saying that because I like Ron as a person? I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because of that reason. So let's move on to Tom and the girls. So as you guys know, it was revealed yesterday that Tom will have the opportunity to pick a girl, aka steal a girl from the couple that she's in. And of course that ends up leaving one guy vulnerable. So throughout the day, Tom was essentially just trying to get to know the different girls, have conversations with them, and so on and so forth. I will start off with Lana. So Tom ended up pulling Lana for a chat. As we do know, he did already say that blondes is his type, so there's no surprise there. Also Olivia ended up pulling, not Olivia, sorry, Tom also ended up pulling up Olivia for a chat as well. She was applying sunscreen to his back, but in my opinion, I do think the chat was a bit boring. I feel like Olivia would do anything to get away from Raw. I mean, if someone says, Olivia, come, let us weigh water, I'm pretty sure she will run at every opportunity to try and leave Will, especially because she definitely does want to friend zone him and also plan to do that as well. But yeah, it was really weird as well because Olivia was like, like we're getting on, it's been like really good chat. I feel like we really get on so well together. It's been 2 minutes, babe. Let's calm down. But you guys really know how I feel about Olivia for now. I am also going to speak more about her in towards the end of this review as well, because I have some words. There's something about Olivia that I can't put my finger on. I know it's early days, but there's something about her that I just right there, definitely just right there. Tom also ends up pulling Tanyelle for a chat. Personally, I don't think that Tanyelle is interested in Tom at all. I think she's definitely pretty, and a lot of the guys also think she's very attractive. But yeah, I don't think Tanyelle is interested. And of course, Kai is currently with Tanyelle. So Kai was just like, he was talking to Tanya, was just like, oh yeah, I'm not worried. Like, I'm not worried about it. But I'll be honest, I did say this yesterday. Kai definitely looks like Adam Collard. You can pay me £10 to tell me that he doesn't. Kai 100% does look like him, but for me personally, I don't see what the girls see in Kai. He gives me tall and light skin, but I feel like his personality is actually very, very, very boring. And because he knows he's good looking, he just runs with the fact that he's good looking. I don't know. I know it's early days, like I always say, but Tom also pulled anna-mae for a chat. Of course, you guys know that she's 20, and Tom confessed that he's 23 when speaking to her. Very shocking, because there's no way that 6'5" guy with that beard and that height and that body is only 23 years young. Okay. And lastly, Tom actually pulled Tanya for a chat. Personally, I do think it was a good chat. Tanya was like, she likes a guy that's, this, and he's got a beard, and he's got this, and he's got that. Shaq, they did try to pan the camera to Shaq, and Shaq was kind of just looking over her, looking a bit worried, which we're going to get onto very soon as well. But I believe, number one, Tanya's peng. Oh, she's got a banging body, absolutely gorgeous, and the frontal is laid. I love that for sis. But I believe that Tanya actually does like white chocolate. I'm going to be honest with you. She seems to be very giddy around Tom, very excited, very smiley, very flirty. I remember even when Tom was speaking to her, she was just like, like I can't believe it kind of thing. So I do believe that she definitely does like white chocolate. And for that reason, maybe Shaq should be a little bit worried. So let's move on to... I don't want to speak about the games. You guys know, like I said, I'm not too fond of the games, but they played a game called Dirty Laundry, where everyone's dirty laundry was literally being aired about certain stuff that they have done in the dark. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Alrighty, so let's move on to Shaq and Ron. Yeah. Sorry, it's going to take a while to get used to these names. But let's move on to Shaq and Ron having a conversation. So Shaq was essentially just saying that, you know, he doesn't even have to speak to Tanya so much. He can literally just look at her and his feelings are getting stronger and this or that, blah, 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 blah. I get it in a sense, but it definitely has only been 24 hours. Yeah, it's been 24 hours. I don't know where all of this is coming from. Let me know if you think I'm being over the top or I'm being too dramatic or too harsh. And oh gosh, sorry guys, my knees. Woo! Anyway, please let me know if you think I'm being too over the top or too harsh on Shaq. But I don't know, I'm getting the ick. Oh my gosh, Shaq is just giving me the ick. I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting the ick. Like, it's only been 24 hours and Shaq is moving like, yeah, like it's been 3 months. Like, I look at her and I'm just in love. Like, my feelings are great. I don't. Relax. Okay, definitely relax. And also Ron was also speaking to Lana and actually letting her know about the story about his eye. As you guys know, Ron is actually partially sighted and he's blind in his right eye. So he was speaking to her about it. You know, I believe he said it was from playing football that someone must have either kicked his eye and his retina came, just it sounded very, you know, very. But I guess it was quite nice for him to open up about the situation, sorry, to Lana. As well as that, I don't think any of the contestants would have known unless Ron actually shared it with them, because although he does have 2 different coloured eyes, his eyes and I guess the fake eye does actually look quite realistic. So I guess it was nice for him to open up to Lana. Do I think it was a tactic used to try and get a soft spot in her heart? 100,000,000% yes. Do I think it works? I do think it works, because I do think Lana is very much interested in Ron, but as we know, it is early days, so she is also keeping her options open. So let's move on to the night time. Of course, you guys know this is the time that Tom is going to let the islanders know who he has decided to take from a male islander. And before we do actually get into who he ended up picking, Olivia was speaking to Harris about anna-mae, and she was saying that, you know, I just wanted to let you know, in case you don't know, that I am interested in you, and I am a bit worried, of course, because if Tom does pick me, then, you know, I don't want you to think that that completely closes things off between us. I said this yesterday, I'm going to say it again. 21 and 27. 21 and 27. Olivia, wake up. Quickly. Wake up. When she was actually getting up as well, her dress was a bit funny, so he was helping her with the dress. I guess there was some flirting, some type of flirting going on there, but guys, I already said this yesterday, I know age is nothing but a number, but 21 and 27, Olivia really needs to rise ASAP, okay? So last but not least, of course, Tom was just doing his last minute rounds, just having small chat here and there, speaking to different girls about how they're feeling, how he's feeling, and I guess just kind of wanting to suss out who he was actually going to pick to be in a couple with. Of course, he spoke with Lana. Olivia was speaking to Tom again. I cringed at this bit a bit, just a tad, okay, just a tad, because as you guys know, Olivia is a ring girl, aka those girls that walk around with the signs and the boxing rings, and she got a pillow and was God, I was cringing so bad. Maybe I just cringed too easily, I don't know, but she got a pillow and she was doing the whole thing and she even was posing. I was thinking, don't go and sit down somewhere. May not have cringed Tom out because he looked like he was definitely enjoying it, but me, I was definitely cringed out. And last but not least, he ended up speaking with Tanya, and she also said that she's very much open to going with the flow and figuring things out. It's early days, blah 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 blah. I did tweet this again, of course, that I do think Tanya is interested in white chocolate, which is nothing bad with that, okay? Love all color, all shapes, all sizes, but the way she giggles and laughs and smiles around Tom, I don't really see that with Shaq, and for that reason, that's why I don't think her and Shaq are going to stay together for too long. So of course, they ended up getting a text that it was time for Tom to choose, and he ended up choosing Olivia, which of course meant that Will was vulnerable. Will also ended up getting a text. I feel like I have really good memory. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Will also ended up getting a text that there was going to be a recoupling at the end of the week, and the islander who wasn't chosen to be in a couple would be the person that would be dumped from the villa. Am I surprised he chose Olivia? Yes, because I actually did think he was going to choose Lana just based on his type. But it seems really weird because although although Olivia was flirting with Tom, I don't think she really likes him. It's almost like she wants a guy that's kind of hard to get or in a very interesting situation, and for her that currently is Harris. But like I said, 21 and 27, I need sis to stand up ASAP. Now, as you guys know, towards the end of the episode as well, we were also introduced to 2 new islanders who are going to be joining the villa. Let me see if I can actually get their names. I know Love Island would have tweeted it because their comms is always on point. So there's 2 islanders who are joining the villa. Leo Zara. Loving Leo Zara. Oh, okay, her name is Leo Zara. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay, so her name is Zara. Or no, okay, her name is Zara, and David is from Essex, and he's entering the villa. At first glance, I hope I can, I don't know if you can see this. Let's see if I can put this up. I don't know if it will show properly. Is it showing properly? I don't think it's going to show properly. But at first glance, Zara is an absolute beauty. I think she's cute. She seems really cute. And David as well. Yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But David looks very Nigerian. Am I bugging? I don't think I'm bugging. I think he does look very Nigerian, but no surprise that we are getting 2 new islanders in the villa. I mean, it is week 1. There's going to be new islanders, new bombshells, people going, people coming, and just like that on rotation, possibly for the next 1 to 3 weeks, just as we get used to the islanders and their couples and their situations as well. So guys, that is the end of today's review. I'd love to know what you actually did think of that episode as well. Overall, it's nice to know that we are starting to get to know the islanders a bit more, their personalities, their icks, and all that stuff. It is really early, so I'm not going to say it's a boring season just yet. I know some people will be like, oh, this season is boring. It's been 2 episodes, babe. We've got 2 months of content. Let things settle in. So it'll be very interesting just to see how things continue to pick up this week as season 9 continues. But yeah, overall, okay episode. I just feel like hopefully by Friday things do pick up a lot more, and there's a lot more juice, a lot more sauce, a lot more spice, a lot more all of that. So yeah, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please feel free to comment below what you also thought of that episode as well. If you haven't yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Once again, of course, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, I think that is it for now. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.